Is there anyone here with us? What's your name? That was quick. That was like instant. That was immediately. Home. Ball. We got home and ball. River. We're not even asking questions. Steven.
Steven? Is your name Steven?
Flood.
Was there a flood in the river?
Push.
Did someone push you in? She's shaking her head no. That's a no.
She's either breaking the connection or building one. She's doing circles. Down arrow.
What is that?
I have no idea.
It's an anarchy sign. Yeah, a flood in the river? Did someone push you in?
She's drawing the tunnels of hell. Do you know who I am, Steven?
Drawing a picture. Girl with long hair? Was there a girl with you? Or are you a girl?
That might actually be a bleeding head, too. I know this. Yeah, we were raised here, we know.
Three other people? In the river?
Her eyes are fully closed, too, look.
She's drawn pretty damn good.
She's literally feeling it out. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We want to ball something in.
But flood.
Fall. Drill. Oh.
Can't get out.
So you went in for a fall?
Do you know who I am, Steven? No way.
Pretty girl. Come to see me.
Thank you. I know I haven't come to see you in a while, Steven, and I'm sorry. But, you know, it's okay for you to let go and move into the light, and whatever's stuck keeping you there, break the bond with it. Don't let it hold you.
Was the
mean kids.
Was the mean kids? Did they throw your ball in the river?
was the mean kids who pushed ball
And
made fall in river.
So the kids threw the ball into the river and you went in to get it and you drowned. I fell. I fell in water to try to
Grab the ball, I'm assuming.
grab it. Yeah. I want to see Mom. All
Well,
you have to
Steven,
do, honey, is that you just need to go towards the light.
Your mom's there waiting for you.
You just have to go get her.
If you see that light, just walk right in. She's right there waiting, arms wide open.
Can you help me? Absolutely, sweetie.
Can you help me get there? All you have to do is go to the light, baby.
Do you see
I
the
know.
light?
You've talked with me for such a long time through so many different methods, and you have shown me things that I did not know were even possible, and I'm so grateful to you. If I can help you with anything, I would like to let you go. I want you to be with your mom. You don't need to be stuck here anymore.
Come see me. One more time. One more time. Please.
It's getting vicious. Should we break this? Or let her keep going?
All you have to do is look for the light, honey. Do you see it? I want.
This isn't Steven. We need to break it. That's the demon.
Yep, just breathe. Take yourself out of it. Just breathe.
For a second.
For
not
a
at
second.
the end. You have immaculate drawing skills for a blind woman.
Dude, let me tell you.
What?
That shit is like A
On
tier.
point. Take a few breaths, and when you're ready,
Leonardo
we'll
da
review it with
Vinci
you.
shit, bro.
Like,
Holy.
No, it was Steven. He came, but
It was Steven for a minute. Until about the last page.
no.
okay, so one thing we need to share with our viewers here. All right. There is a tunnel very near my house. It is a water drainage tunnel. Originally, the land my house sits on was a I heard beeping. That was weird. Sorry. You heard that too, right?
Yeah.
That
It was that way. It wasn't even that way.
I heard it that
I
way.
heard it that way.
So I'm assuming it was like right here because we all heard it in 3 different directions.
The
Anyway.
echolocation just went off in different directions for whoever was sitting there.
Wow, that was interesting. So my house was originally farmland at one point, and then because it kept flooding, they put in drainage tunnels, built houses on it, and here we are. So there is a local legend known to all the Widefield kids. She's not one of them. Okay? Where did you grow up?
Out east and up north.
And when did you first come to Widefield?
When we moved in with you.
And that was
About a
not
year
that long
ago.
ago.
Yeah, that wasn't very long ago.
So, I have made communication with Steven probably 12 different ways at this point. And, I have taken multiple different EVP devices down there. I've taken multiple different methods of communication down with me, and every single time I get Steven, Ball, Hell, and, so we call it the Tunnels of Hell, which has already been the name before I did all this. The legend of the tunnels is that if you make it to the end, you see a hellhound, and according to lore, you see 3, you done. So depending on which legend,
I thought it didn't
because some
even
of it's-
matter. It was if you
some of
see
it
the
is
black.
one,
If you see the black dog, you're gonna die soon.
and that depends on culture and religion, and that's important to keep in mind as well, because some of them it's 3 times. You get 3 chances. I was always told 3 chances.
I was gonna say, I think that's more with the hellhound thing. If you see the black dog and it's not even necessarily a hellhound, like a grim,
that one, yeah, you're screwed.
yeah, no, you're gonna die very soon, and it's either gonna be that thing that kills
usually
you or
within
something
24
else
hours.
while you're trying to run away,
Yep.
like hit by a bus or something.
So, Steven's been attached to me since my first time going down there. There's also something very dark down there that my body reacts instinctually every time I leave. I book it out because it feels like I'm being hunted. It's the best way to put it. And I do not go without protection. I do not go without a gift. And I definitely don't go alone. So, I just wanted to say that before we started it. Are you ready to see this madness?
Oh Lord.
If you need a minute, you're good. But
No, I feel like water. No, I feel.
Do you need a drink or you
No,
like...
I feel like the.
Like she's
Oh, shit.
drowning.
Okay.
Water. Not like she's thirsty, but like
All right,
she had
hold on.
too much.
That just means we need to break a link, and that's easy enough done considering that we know it ended with a demon. Here you go, hold the amber. Amber, good.
Mm-hmm.
Here, play with, not that guy. These are all the protective ones. We literally got these stones for these situations. You guys, we have a lot of different means and methods. I have sage that I will burn if this doesn't work.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should anyway.
We will anyway, but, like, I'll do it right now if it doesn't help. Is it doing anything?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting my breath back because I felt like my breath was gone and I just felt water.
You have to ground.
Yes.
Find something you can see, something you can smell, something you can hear.
Now, normally when we would
Something
do
you can
an
touch.
investigation, most of us would be souped up with all of our protective measures, whatever that may be for each person. When we're doing something like this, the goal is to open up and to receive. And if we have blockages in the way, doesn't work so well. Clearly that worked decently. She has a handful of demon repellent, quite literally. I will list the stones for you guys, okay? She's got a handful of demon repellent.
Well, I
Look 'em
mean,
up.
that
I'm not
makes
lying
sense
to you.
too, because mine wasn't as intense as that. And I
No.
already had my jar of keeping demons out of my ass.
Yep.
So,
So, I was testing, I'm sorry to use you as a guinea pig, I was testing a theory today.
I'm fine with it.
They don't know, but I'm throwing them in the pit.
this is what you call blind
So-
research.
Yes. We're going to give you a chance to look at this. Now, the funny part is you sat there completely freaking still for a hot minute while we were setting up cameras. You were already in the zone.
Do you want to grab that one and play it back for her?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
I've
there you
still-
go.
I've still
Okay.
got this one recorded.
Bye.
Bye.
I want it to be entertaining.
That'll be your cue for
Bye.
turn the video off here.
Oh, I got a picture of your knee and some tissues. I don't know how, I don't use this camera often enough. Where's my playback?
You're gonna have a blooper reel, right?
Yeah, I'm totally gonna have a blooper reel. No, how do I tried that. It didn't like... Okay, it just likes you. So, while you see how long you sat perfectly still in the zone while we're setting stuff
you
up,
fucking sat
we're-
there the whole time, didn't do a damn thing.
just completely still, too. Like, so for our viewers, while she's watching how long she was totally still until I open my mouth, don't do something like this unless you have a group for safety measures, because as you saw, we had to pull her out. Do not do something like this if you do not have protective stuff down. I mean, bubbles, extra measures, the whole 9 yards. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. We're not doing this to go, hey guys, try this at home. That is not what we're saying.
Do not try at home, kids.
No. And just to clarify, we've got a couple sidekicks here as well. So, just throw that out there, okay? This is sidekicks telling you, do not try this at home. If you absolutely feel the freaking need and you're not going to listen, at least please make sure you do it in a group with protective measures, okay?
And call us when you get something attached to you.
Yeah, because we'll help you trash it. She's still totally freaking still, man. I said, is there someone here? And she just started going ham. So this is what she wrote. And we asked if someone was here, and it just took off Like, we didn't even have to ask anything or say anything.
Oh my goodness. Jeez. My hand ain't stopping.
Dude. That was crazy.
So now that you saw how long you just sat there,
Just like,
the minute I opened my mouth, you started.
oh my
Okay,
God.
so it started with this. Then you drew an arrow, and then a doo-doo-doo. Well, now I think that's tunnel and ball, and it was supposed to be like an arrow pointing to the ball, but it kind of looked like an upside-down balloon.
Yeah.
And also want to point out, the spelling is the same every single time, no matter what device. It's Steven. She did not know that. There are some facts here she did not necessarily know going into this. She knew about the tunnels because I warned her, but she didn't know
A
everything.
regular old motherfucking Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Oh
So when I realized what was going on, you drew 2 pillars, a black hole, and an arrow, and then a bunch of squigglies right underneath it. And I was like, dude, that's the tunnels. And then immediately you started writing all this. So basically, 3 of them drowned. There's 2 bad kids right here. This is what I'm getting out of this, okay? And granted, Steven has never given me as much contact as he has today. I've never gotten more than maybe 5 words. Some feelings, like, I definitely can tell you exactly how each of those kids have died, because as a psychic going down there, it is a very overwhelming place. And dear God, do you come out in pain. At least for a minute. Like, don't fully open, okay? Don't fully open at that place. Bad juju. It was not okay. All 3 of these kids did wind up dying. I took a ghost hunting crew down there actually once, and one of the guys was on the police force. I'm not giving out any names or anything. We believe in discretion, but there's no signed papers. So, but they said they did come back and find the information was accurate and valid. And granted, I never saw the actual papers, but from what I heard, the PD was pretty pissed off that they were even looking. It seemed like it was a very kind of close to home, we don't talk about this kind of situation. So it's not something that you can just find, I guess, but everybody here knows about it. Everybody's heard the tales. Everybody, like, has encountered these kids. I can tell you exactly what Steven looks like. Help! And then I was like, do you know me?
Huh? And it said, pretty girl.
Pretty girl! Wow. Come to see me. Heart. Thank you. I have gone to see him multiple times, and I always address him by his name. That was him saying, yeah, I know you, you're the pretty girl, but I don't know how often I've actually introduced myself, so it makes sense that he didn't know my name, because, I was stupid when I went down there, clearly, or I wouldn't have done it. It's called the Tunnels of Hell for a reason. Then, said, okay, we're trying to help him move on.
About the river, about what happened.
Mm-hmm. And asking if he saw any light, and he just bypassed that question completely. Was the mean kids...
Did the mean kids push you into
W-O.
the flood?
Not W-H-O, but W-O. P-U-C-H.
Instead of S-H.
So I think it was they punched, like, maybe that's supposed to be like a U and an N. Like, the mean kids who punched the ball and made fall in river. I fell in water to try to grab it. I want to see Mom. Now, here's where the writing starts changing, is literally under this line. If you look right here, completely different handwriting style, in my opinion. Like, the O's are very vicious. The letters are more connected.
That was a
like,
lot of angry writing.
Like, starting somewhere around here was just, it started getting very vicious, whereas this is more pleasant. The words are more spaced, the letters are more spaced out, and it's catastrophic almost down here. But it's also like, this is bordering cursive.
Yeah.
And Steven was a young kid and clearly does not write in cursive. So.
Yeah.
Then in ginormous letters, can you help me get there? Without the E. Which to me, this looks like somebody pretending to be a
this
kid. This is where you started going like this with your head. Like, you were squinting, and you could, like, this is where we were like, okay, do we let her have more, or do we break it here? Is kind of where we started hesitating. Come see me. One more time, please. We're still trying to help him get to the light. Especially after the mom. This is where we cut you.
I want the pretty girl. We were like, yeah, this isn't Steven anymore.
This is where we cut you. You finish this and I put my hand on you right there. The end.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
the other thing I would like to point out is that when you feed a legend as much as one like this has been fed, it can manifest in itself. It's called PK manifestation. And especially when there are so many people feeding into it all at the same time, you never know how many of them are capable of manifesting PK. You don't know how much is actually created in this situation.
I think the PK is just from one person. I think if it's like a group of people feeding into it, kind of like with the Stanley, could possibly be. It's I think they call it an egregore.
That sounds right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this negative thing that's there is one of the two. But
Yeah, so
I know
it's something.
people.
It's something that might have been true, but has also been fed into and is way more powerful because of that.
Right.
Right.
And I do know multiple people that have gone through the tunnels and have heard and or seen the hellhounds and scurried their little butts out of there. And most of them have zero connection to each other, like at all. Like they're completely different types of people, completely different groups, like even different age range, the whole 9 yards. And I've even asked them, like, dude, do you know this person? Do you know this person? No. Like, okay, like weird. Same exact story. Personally, I had gone down once and we got to the entrance and I didn't feel right. There was a group of like, I think there was 4 of us. 5 of us. There's 5. So we got to the entrance. I didn't feel right, and I was like, "No, I need to go back to the car. I'm leaving. Like, I'm done. Give me." So I get back to the car, and we had locked it. I know we locked it because I was the one that made sure that it got locked. And I get back to the car, and it's unlocked. First of all, and the car itself almost like reaching for the door handle felt like I was about to crawl into like a spider-covered pit, and I'm arachnophobic, so it was very. I don't know what that was all about, but I got in the car and then I started hearing howls and then like growling and it sounded like it was like in the car. And everybody, when they came back, I guess 2 of them had decided to leave after going a couple steps in, and they wound up just like walking back all slow, whereas I booked it. The other 2 went through the tunnel, and the 2 that came out kind of waited about halfway, and they were halfway when they heard the growls and the howls. And then the other people that were in the tunnel, the 2 that were in the tunnel, heard it like it was in their face, and they ran so fast out of there. Like by the time they come back, I thought they were about to pass out. Like they looked like they just ran a marathon and were dehydrated as hell. Like it was bad. So whatever's in there, it's not good, and the fact that it wants me that bad is not kosher. However, tells me to increase my barrier around my house. Well, I was hoping you'd have a little bit more of a positive experience with this. I'm so sorry.
But damn.
But damn. Yeah. Yeah, and you're a fucking artist, apparently. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to remember, be safe if you decide you're going to do it. We love you.